massive narrative built by the opposition that democracy is dead and it's time to save Samvidhan. Here comes an interesting twist. The Pew Research Center has released a global survey which shows that 77% Indians say that they are satisfied with democracy in India, while 20% say that they are not satisfied. In fact, India ranks second in the list of democracies where people are satisfied, with Singapore topping the list. Let's take a look at the data which will reveal who those in Western world are increasingly getting dissatisfied with the way democracy is functioning in their nations. Let's take you through the takeaways of this particular report. 77% Indians satisfied with democracy. This is, of course, data from the Pew Research Center 2024. Takeaway number 2, 20% Indians are dissatisfied with democracy in India. Takeaway number 3, India ranks second in democracy meter. On number 1 is Singapore. Singapore ranks first in the democracy meter. Takeaway number 5, Western nations increasingly dissatisfied with democracy. People are increasingly dissatisfied in the Western nations. These are the takeaways. Now, let's take you through whether democracies are working in their respective nations and what people say about how things are functioning in their country. This is based on the data in India. 77 people say yes, democracy is working, and 20% people are dissatisfied. In Singapore, which remember is on number 1 position in that chart, 80% people are satisfied and they agree that yes, democracy is working in their country, and 19% people believe that democracy is not working. They are dissatisfied. Now, in US, 31% people believe yes, democracy is working, while a huge number of people are dissatisfied. In UK, 39% are saying yes, democracy is working. 60% do not agree with that thought. In France, 35% people agree they are satisfied with democracy, and 65%, again a huge number of people, are dissatisfied. In Japan, 31% people say yes to democracy, and 67% people say no, they are not satisfied with the manner in which the democracy in their country is functioning. This survey, in fact, has led to a massive war of words now between the BJP and the INDI, who say that democracy is dead in India. The opposition today is questioning the credibility of the survey itself.
देखिए, जिन सर्वे की आप बात कर रहे हैं, ये पहले भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लिए सर्वे करते रहे। इनकी क्या विश्वसनीयता है पूरा विश्व जानता है। 1500 लोगों का सैंपल साइज में ये सर्वे करते हैं, और जिस प्रकार से इनकी सर्वे की रिपोर्ट होती है वो निश्चित रूप से सरकार के लिए होती है। इस प्रकार के मैनेज सर्वे से मुझे लगता नहीं है कि जो जनता की भावनाएं हैं, जो जनता के विचार हैं, वो सामने आ रहे हैं।
So you heard the opposition. Now there are those who believe that the opposition is merely fear-mongering by holding the constitution in their hands. Take a look.
They had another global survey and on religion and religious tolerance, and India did not come out very shining in that survey. There is an inbuilt bias. As a nation, we should be very proud of where we stand on the democracy index.
So while the opposition is saying Samvidhan ko bachana hai and democracy is dead, according to the data of the Pew Research Center 2024, 77% Indians believe democracy is thriving in India, and yes, 20% are those who are dissatisfied. And India ranks second in that list, with Singapore on number 1. Let's in fact open this up and go across to our guests. We are joined by Gopal Krishna Agarwal, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Shubhrashta, author and founder of The Churn, Syam Prasad Meka, leader of the Congress Party, and IP Singh, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Good evening to all of you. IP Singh जी, आपसे मैं शुरुआत करना चाहूंगी। लोकसभा चुनाव के वक्त जो कहा गया कि संविधान को बचाना है और लोकतंत्र को बचाना है, उसके बाद पार्लियामेंट के अंदर भी हमने देखा कि संविधान हाथ में लेकर और संविधान के नाम पर भी शपथ ली गई। That does not influence people in the manner the opposition wanted to. ऐसा लग रहा है कि लोग जो हैं उस थॉट प्रोसेस से अग्री नहीं करते, क्योंकि इस सर्वे के हिसाब से 77% इंडियंस को लगता है हाँ, डेमोक्रेसी इंडिया में बहाल है।
देखिए, ये मैनेज्ड सर्वे है। अगर ये जो सरकार है वो किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन को नहीं मानती है, और जो वोट शेयर है बीजेपी का, उठा के देख लीजिए कि देश में 63% लोगों ने इस सरकार को डिनाई किया है। ये बैसाखी की सरकार है और मैनेज होके ये सर्वे हुआ है। हाँ, हम ये कह सकते हैं कि 15 अगस्त 1947 को अगर औपनिवेशिक राजनीति से आजादी का दिन था तो ये तय है और सही है कि 4 जून 2024 देश के लिए सांप्रदायिक राजनीति से आजादी का दिन था। इसमें किसी प्रकार का कोई शक नहीं है।
ठीक है, अगर
और
आप,
जो
अगर आप
भी
नंबर्स की बात करें आईपी सिंह जी, तो फिर एक लॉजिक कोई आपको ये देगा कि अभी भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के जितने नंबर्स हैं वो पूरी की पूरी INDI ब्लॉक को भी अगर आप मिला लें तो उससे भी ज्यादा है। बट लेट मी टेक अ काउंटर आईपी सिंह जी, आई थिंक वी शुड टेक अ काउंटर फ्रॉम गोपाल अग्रवाल। मैं आपके पास आऊंगी सर, आई कम टू यू।
एक मिनट बोल देंगे।
1 मिनट तो नहीं, कुछ सेकेंड्स में अपनी बात रखिए प्लीज।
देखिए, 55 सीटें इन्होंने चुनाव आयोग के माध्यम से मैनेज करके जीता। जिस तरह से इन्होंने मौकरी बनाया देश की डेमोक्रेसी को, उत्तर प्रदेश में 11 सीटें जीती, गुजरात में जीती, बिहार में जीती,
आप बहुत बड़ी बात कह रहे हैं। आप कह रहे हैं 55 सीटों को
55
इलेक्शन कमीशन की मदद से जीता, तो आपने इसको चुनौती क्यों नहीं दी कोर्ट में?
190 से कम
आपने कोर्ट में चुनौती देनी चाहिए थी कि ये मैनेज करके सीटें जीत रहे हैं।
चुनौती दिया, उसकी रिकाउंटिंग कहाँ हुई?
हाँ, ठीक है। गोपाल कृष्ण अग्रवाल, नंबर 1, the criticism is that these surveys are not reliable and that these are paid ones. इसीलिए ये आपके पक्ष में बोल रहा है। That's why the survey says that 77% Indians believe that democracy is thriving.
नहीं, देखिए, सर्वेस की एक लिमिटेशन होती है, उसको हम डिनाई नहीं करते, लेकिन ये जो कहना कि ये जो प्यू है जिनने ये रिसर्च रिपोर्ट, सर्वे रिपोर्ट निकाली है, वो भाजपा के साथ में चल के भाजपा के एजेंडा को आगे करें, ये अपने आप में बिल्कुल गलत है। क्योंकि पीछे इन्होंने एक और रिपोर्ट निकाली थी जिसमें इन्होंने सेकुलरिज्म और उसके ऊपर जो काफी इंडिया को अंडरमाइन किया था, और उसमें उन्होंने नेगेटिव भी रिपोर्ट दी। तो तब इसलिए वो ये नहीं कह सकते कि ये भाजपा के मैनेज वाली है, गवर्नमेंट के मैनेज वाली सर्वे, पहली बात। दूसरी बात, केवल ये सर्वे के बेस पे हम कह रहे हैं कि भारत में डेमोक्रेटिक क्रेसी थ्राइविंग है, वो बात नहीं है। अगर आप देखें वर्ल्ड डेमोक्रेटिक इंडेक्स को, उसमें भी भारत को 98% की उसमें डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज रखा गया है। और 2% अगर कटती है हमारे पॉइंट्स, तो 2% इसलिए कटते कि इमरजेंसी में, जिसमें कांग्रेस का रूल था, उसमें इमरजेंसी के अंतर्गत हमारे यहाँ पे डिक्टेटरशिप थी। बाकी 1947 से लेके अभी तक प्रजातांत्रिक मूल्यों का और सभी प्रजातांत्रिक का वर्चस्व रहा है। तीसरी बात भी मैं महत्वपूर्ण कहना चाहता हूँ, वो ये है कि ये जो भारत, इसमें देखिए, भारत जो प्रजातांत्रिक जो मूल्य है, वाई इंडिया इज अ डेमोक्रेसी, इट इज बिकॉज द पीपल बिलीव इन डेमोक्रेसी एंड दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। पीपल आर कमिंग आउट टू वोट. And you also see that there is a large number of people.
That's exactly that's exactly what the opposition has countered. They're saying people believe in democracy and they've bought the opposition's argument that democracy is dying in India, and that's the reason why you see an uptick or a boost in the opposition's performance. I'll come back to you on that. But Shyam Prasad Meka, I'll come back to you. Gopal Krishna Agarwal, I will come back to you. Shyam Prasad Meka, is this criticism of the research now coming to fore because the opposition's strategy for the upcoming assembly polls is also similar, that they want to push this democracy is dead, संविधान को बचाना है campaign for the assembly polls as well? I cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself, sir?
See, Swati, good evening. See, before going into the credentials of the survey, let me try to understand. These are metaphorical questions. You need not answer. Okay? These are just questions to be put in the minds of your viewers. Right? Simple. What are we trying to achieve? Okay, the survey says so and so. So what are we trying to say? Is our democracy strong? Oh yes, it is strong. Is our opposition fighting to defend it? Yes, they are. Are there threats to our democracy? Oh yes, they are. Democracy is not casting votes and winning or losing few elections, right? You all agree with me. Democracy is about having the representation, participation of every citizen, and governments trying to make the citizens, empower the citizens to be informed citizens. That is the democracy. Forget Pew Research or any other Western research or any other so-called Western biased thinking, look at India. We know what is our democracy is going through. Is the
it
election,
thriving, Mr.
Wait a
Meka? Is it
minute.
thriving?
Don't cut me off.
No, I'm
Are
asking
the
you a question. Is it
elections-
thriving?
Are the elections in this country free of money power? Are the elections in this country free of exploitation and misleading of people with religion and jingoism? Those are the threats to democracy.
And how would you rate the performance of democracy in India, Shyam Prasad Meka, especially after the Lok Sabha elections? What would you say about democracy in India?
In the narrative which opposition tried to
Democracy cannot be defined by an election, by just one election.
Then I think that the INDI bloc should not have. Then the INDI bloc should not have, centered their entire campaign on the fact that democracy is dead in India. You centered your entire campaign on that fact, and then one can ask you, Mr. Meka, what survey did the INDI bloc conduct to say that democracy is dead?
We are not a mobocracy. We are a constitutional democracy. That's what we need to understand. Any institution that is there in this country is not functioning independently.
Shubhrashta.
And elections are rigged with the money power.
Okay.
Don't we know that?
A process that the opposition also is taking part in. Shubhrashta.
Sure. Swati, I think over the past 10 years or so, there has been a general tendency of opposition in India to ditch anything that comes out of a democratic process by saying that the process might have been democratic. However, the methodology used has not been democratic. And I think that's a very unfair criticism. And I'll tell you why. We all know how democracy functions. When we have a representative democracy like India, and when we have elections every 5 years, it is a test of how the governments have fared, how the parties have performed, what has been the approval rating of leaders, and based on that, people vote a government to power. There are states. No, why are you nodding? Why are you nodding your head, sir? The point is that you have Congress governments in different states of India too. Are you trying to say that democratic processes were not followed there? Are you actually trying to say that? For once, accept what people of this country feel. Please accept the mandate. Now, you have a problem in how democracy should function. But let me go back to Pandit Nehru. When Pandit Nehru was asked, what is the best form of governance? He said, we'll stick with the second best form, which is democracy. And then he was asked, so then what is the best form? He said, it's not been invented as yet. So we have to do with the fact, Swati, despite the fact that there might be problems in democratic processes, there might be problem with the ideology and analysis of democracy in its own right. But this is the best given solution under the circumstances that we have.
Absolutely.
If the opposition in India has to raise objection to every research which comes out, every institution which is working in this country, it becomes really difficult to uphold the constitution under whose name they keep swearing the,
convenience is a big factor. Politics of convenience is a big factor on which reports are endorsed and which reports are rejected. But IP Singh ji, क्योंकि आपने उत्तर प्रदेश में बीजेपी के परफॉर्मेंस की बात की, तो क्या उस परफॉर्मेंस, समाजवादी के परफॉर्मेंस के बेसिस पे आप कहेंगे डेमोक्रेसी जिंदा है?
कितनी मुश्किल से बचाया गया है, ये तो पूरे देश ने देखा है। किस तरह से जिला प्रशासन और किस तरह से मुख्यमंत्री कार्यालय काम कर रहा था, किस तरह से चुनाव आयोग बीजेपी कार्यालय में बैठ के काम कर रहा था। एक वाकया आपको याद दिलाना चाहता हूं, किस तरह से बीजेपी ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को मौकरी बना के रख दिया। तीन अहम ऐसे लोग होते थे जो मुख्य चुनाव आयोग का चयन करते थे। उसमें प्रधानमंत्री ने स्वयं को देश के जो प्रधान न्यायाधीश है उनको हटाकर अपने कैबिनेट के कोलिग को रख लिया। तो जब दो और विपक्ष के नेता जब बैठेंगे रूप से वो जब चाहेंगे तब चुन लेंगे। और यही काम
उसके बाद क्या हुआ? उसके बाद क्या हुआ, मैं ये आपसे समझना चाह रही हूँ, क्योंकि संविधान को और लोकतंत्र को बचाने की आपने लड़ाई शुरू की है, तो उसके बाद क्या हुआ? संविधान बदल दिया गया और लोकतंत्र खत्म हो गया। आप सवाल का सीधा जवाब नहीं दे रहे हैं।
नहीं, बिल्कुल खत्म हुआ। अगर आज आप विरोध करिए, उनके खिलाफ उनके मुद्दे उठा कर दीजिए कि देखिए साहब ये भ्रष्टाचार है, इस तरह के उत्पीड़न हो रहा है, तो उल्टी ये सरकार अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के साथ क्या हुआ? आज बैसाखी सरकार बनने के बाद भी जो रवैया है, जिस तरह से उनको और उनके नेताओं को सलाखों के पीछे डाला गया,
फिर कोई उन नेताओं की याद दिला देगा जिनको कि कांग्रेस के कार्यकाल में जेल में डाला गया. Let's not get there. I want a quick rebuttal from Mr. Agarwal before we slip into a short break.
सलाखों के पीछे स्वाति भेज दिया जाता है.
Swati ji, the important thing is the opposition has an important role in the democratic process of the country. The question I want to ask here is opposition playing its part in strengthening the democracy? They are undermining every democratic institution. It is not only the ruling party which works for the democracy. So here the problem, the false narrative they are creating. India is a democratic institution, no doubt. It is whether this survey comes or not. It is just a manifestation of the people. But actually, the false narrative is the important question now is.
No, you're calling it a false narrative, but they are citing that that particular narrative of theirs has got support of people, which reflects in the numbers. We'll continue our discussion. For the moment, taking a very short break. Stay on with us. A short break, please. Welcome back. We continue our discussion on the Pew survey, which reveals 77% Indians say democracy is thriving in India. I want to bring in Mr. Meka. Now, the opposition is questioning the credibility of Pew and also saying that these are all managed. But look here, it's not an India-specific survey, it's a global survey where they have also taken into consideration the Western world. And most, importantly, the data suggests that people in West believe democracy isn't working or functioning in their countries anymore.
Where people think it's not working, we'll talk to that a bit later. Currently, you're talking about India. See, India, these numbers are actually good. You are saying opposition is having a problem with these numbers. No. The alacrity with which the dangers to democracy are taken up as an election issue by the opposition is the reason why democracy is strengthened in India. That's what is reflected in Pew.
You're saying it was not strong. It was only after the Lok Sabha election, the campaign of the opposition to save Samvidhan and Loktantra that it was strengthened?
Do not reduce democracy to just an election. It's a process, it's a lifestyle, it's a values with
but
which
the
our
campaign
society
suggests otherwise. Your upcoming strategy, your strategy for the upcoming assembly elections is also the same. That you're going to focus on this campaign, save democracy,
yes, of
save
course we will
Samvidhan.
focus on this. This is a looming threat to our democracy that is there, but we are not going to let it happen. We will fight it. हम लोग संविधान लेके ही चलते हैं अभी भी.
Contradictory answers coming in. On one hand you say it does not depend on elections only. Then you're saying कि yes, there's a looming threat and we'll continue our campaign. Mr. Agarwal, then Subhrashta.
Swati ji, it's very important that we understand that the opposition in its overzealous to get a political mileage are attacking our democratic institutions. How, if they want to make our democracy strong, should they attack election commission the way they are? Should they attack behave in the parliament the way they are behaving? The way they boycotted the Prime Minister's address in the parliament, is it undermining democracy or what? So the actual issues about judiciary, whenever judiciary is strong, who is the guardian of democracy?
The job of the opposition in democracy. We're talking about the beauty of democracy. It's the job of the opposition in democracy to criticize the government, Subhrashta.
No. Criticize is not
the most important aspect of democracy. The opposition has the right. The opposition has the right to criticize. I have to wrap up very quickly, Subhrashta.
It is the institution which are important in democracy.
भैया आपने मैनेज करके मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार गिरा दी, आपने मैनेज करके कर्नाटक की सरकार गिरा दी, आपने मैनेज करके आपने महाराष्ट्र की सरकार गिरा दी.
Subhrashta, please.
I really want the opposition in this country to realize that not only democracy is thriving in India, it also the mandate of 2024 elections and other state elections underscore the fact that the opposition has also been given a taste of the medicine, and they have had to come up with a better way to connect with the electorate, and that has shown in the mandate. I really don't understand why is the opposition always so angry and not very constructive about their criticism. Allow the parliament to function. Ensure that great debaters in the parliament have their say. Ensure that policy issues are brought to the forefront. But please do not criticize institutions, because that way you not only undermine democracy, you also undermine this very constitution.
Okay. Now the survey says 77% Indians believe democracy is thriving in India. More than 20% believe that they are dissatisfied, democracy is not working. Opposition says this is nothing but managed. We'll wait and see how people of this country look at the survey and respond, because remember, upcoming elections where the opposition is focusing on one single strategy, which is Samvidhan Bachao, Loktantra Bachao. Thank you very much, Subhrashta and gentlemen, for joining us.